Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Shades of Red podcast. I am Joe, along here with Cam, Kraigen, and Levi, uh, as we are weekly. Um, Fortunately, everybody is able to join us this week, Kraigen, and nobody's on a time crunch like Cam was. So, we're going to start this week with a look at last week's picks. Levi?
We all did good except for Kraigen.
Mm.
Hey, still 500 though.
Picked Syracuse, who almost won.
Yeah.
And then your other picture just kind of
I don't know. Why did you pick SMU?
Because it would be cool. This was my reasoning.
Would be cool.
Yeah, that's what I put in the text when you guys episode. SMU because it would be cool.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
That's pure Mo Ibrahim type. That's the only reason why he picked that.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, I guess Cam was 11-1. I was 10-2. Joey 9-3. Kraigen 6-6.
Yeah, I just tried to be different with the Tulane pick and the. I don't even remember the other pick that I missed. Everyone else picked against me.
UCLA.
Oh yeah, that's right. DTR.
Kraigen also picked him. So.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I guess you're right, Levi. Bo Nix is back.
He is back.
What's the
And
overall?
honestly, I didn't even really pick them because of if I remember correctly, the only reason I picked them was because that was basically UCLA's first away game,
Yeah.
and so I just thought they'd be able to handle
That's
the.
why I did. That was your reasoning.
So I always the whole offseason I said Bo Nix is back, but I think I just picked it just because that reason. I guess overall, Joey's 45-19. I'm 44-20. Cam is 37-8, and KME is 35-29.
Nice.
Nice.
My lead is slipping very quickly. I've made some very questionable.
For the first week of picks, man, I would be first by a long shot.
I'm getting comfortable in last. Let's go.
I'm gonna start betting on your picks, Cam, so they lose because my betting is not very good.
Just parlay this pick.
I'll just follow you. I'll just make your picks then.
No, okay, then we'll just stay on the same pace. That's fair.
And then you'll both be wrong.
Yeah, exactly. They'll always be wrong. Then it would be Levi, then me, then Cam, then Kraigen.
After all that, Kraigen would still be in last place. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Probably, yeah. Still making some biased picks.
All right. Since we've gone over our picks from last week, were there any other notable games from last week that you guys want to talk about?
Didn't JMU lose again to Marshall?
Yes, they did. Marshall with a spoiler. Again.
What is with the Sun Belt this year, man? It's too unpredictable. 2 weeks ago, we were saying, JMU is about to go 12-0, and then
They lose to Georgia Southern, and then they lose to Marshall.
How about South Carolina, Texas A&M?
That game started off really good. Like South Carolina was came with a lot of energy, and then after 5 minutes, it was just dead until the end of the third quarter. With 3 minutes to go in the third quarter is when South Carolina finally scored again. And then Texas A&M scored, and then South Carolina scored again.
I've only seen a couple things on my feed all week from college football, and the main thing I see is, I don't know, I don't really follow these matchups, but there seems to be a real hatred now between Syracuse and Clemson fans.
Nice.
Like every time, like I come, I scroll, like things you might like section like pops up, and it's like a Syracuse or Clemson account. It's just like every time it's got just like 150 comments of just Clemson and Syracuse fans arguing like hell over everything, and so I'm not sure. I mean, I watched the game. I thought that the reffing was questionable on both sides. But man, they don't like each other apparently.
Yeah, that might be interesting if Syracuse isn't just a one-year wonder, like they probably are. But
Well, it's like they always play Clemson close, though.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like a first-time thing. It's just it's always close. And it's normally only close till the fourth quarter, and then Clemson pulls away. But
gotcha.
this
time it was
year's,
close the whole game.
yeah, it was Syracuse leading the whole game and then blowing it.
Yeah.
Speaking of blowing it, the Texas Longhorns.
Dude,
Yeah.
Ewers is the, like, I thought Hendon Hooker wasn't clutch when he was at Virginia Tech. Ewers is like the least clutch person I've ever seen in my life. He had one shot, and it was like 4th and 3, and they throw the ball, and he throws a quick out or a screen pass or something to the receiver. It gets picked off, but it gets called back for false start, and then the very next play, it's like 4th and 8 now. He throws the ball again, and he just lobs it up, and the safety picks it off. And then Oklahoma State punts it back to Texas, and then Ewers proceeds to throw another interception to seal the game.
Yeah, he threw 3.
He threw 2 in the last 2 minutes.
They were up 34-24 in that game and lost 41-34.
Yeah. Oklahoma State scored 14 in the fourth.
Just a complete collapse from Texas.
Yeah. Ewers had 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, and threw 38
intercepted. Oh shit!
And I actually thought that it was in the early part of the game, you thought that because they started off with an interception the first drive, Ewers threw an interception, and then they scored 2 touchdowns, and then they turned it over 2 times again.
Yeah,
it's like it was a weird game, and
Xavier Worthy 4 of 15, 4 catches on 15 targets.
Another weird game was TCU Kansas State. Adrian Martinez gets hurt on the first drive. Apparently, he got hurt last week against Iowa State, but get out of the game on the first drive, and then his backup comes in and like balls out for the whole first half, and then TCU just I don't know. I have no idea what happened in this game. It's just like Kansas State's backup did really well, and then TCU just decided to show up in the second half.
The Duggan train rolls on another week into the top 10.
Yeah, like Will Howard, the backup for Kansas State, was 13 of 20 for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns with an interception. And then it ran 9 times for 31 more yards and another touchdown.
I believe he got hurt also.
Yeah, they put Jake.
I believe their third string was in, I think, for a drive.
Yeah, he went 0 for 1 with an interception, so that was a short drive.
Yeah. He attempted 1 pass and I got picked off, so.
Yeah.
Happens,
Yeah.
Never be perfect.
Deuce Vaughn, 6.9 yards of carry. Nice.
Also, I want to point out that, from one of my fun facts last week about how, like, the amount of years that Alabama hasn't given up double digits to Mississippi State, and they extend that streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I only gave up 6.
I thought they were going to shut them out. But Miss State got that touchdown at the end.
With seconds left, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It ended up being 30-6. So,
Yep.
believe the extra point got missed. That's why they didn't.
I guess talk about game of the week is Oregon
Yeah, Oregon,
Yeah.
UCLA.
plowing over
Yeah.
UCLA. I mean, the
Yeah.
score's only
Oregon-
15, but man, they scored all over them.
Yeah, slow start for Oregon, but they look very good.
Bo Nix 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, Bo Nix is
Yeah,
back,
he had
baby.
himself wild.
I mean, it was 31-13 at half. They definitely took care of them. And we talked about it last week. The rate that they're going right now, depending how stuff goes, I think that this could be a playoff team.
Yeah, they take care of their business. They could definitely be a playoff team.
Yeah, they just got to keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
They have
going-
a tough a tough few games coming up. Obviously not Cal, but or Colorado, but they have Washington and Utah back to back at home, and so those would be 2 tough games right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Oregon will be all right though. I don't know if sorry, Cammy, but I don't know if Washington's really going to pose as a threat to them.
Yeah, the way Oregon's looking, I don't know if it'll.
No, I don't care about the way Oregon's looking. The way Washington is just like falling off a cliff after losing to Arizona State.
No, we've been good since. There's just been no media coverage of it anymore.
Yeah, giving up 39 to Arizona is always good.
I don't think it's more of that. I think it's you just have to take every team seriously, and Oregon, at least recent history, fucking annihilates Washington.
Yeah.
I mean, they've won. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's something like 16 of the last 18 Oregon's won or something crazy like that, or some stupid number. And so they just need to do business as usual, not under or don't take them for granted. Don't think it's an easy win.
Yeah.
15 of the last 17 is the number.
Yeah.
That's
2004 and now we've won 2 back-to-back, 2016, 2017 during that playoff era.
Yeah, when you actually when you made the playoffs.
Yeah, we've lost 3 straight now.
Yeah, so
All pretty close though.
So they just, I think Oregon will be fine. Utah is a team that it depends on what Utah team comes out.
Utah already knocked out USC, so they should. Yeah, exactly. If you get the Utah team that shows this Florida roll,
yeah, they're so.
Otherwise,
it just depends.
Yeah.
I think Oregon has a great season ahead of them, but
yeah,
I think this year we might have a close run of who the teams in the playoff will be.
Yeah,
it will. I mean, it's going to be real interesting, especially whoever comes out of the SEC.
Yeah, looking like it might be Tennessee.
It depends on how Georgia plays.
Georgia does get they get to play them at home though. So
the problem with Georgia is their offense is slow and stagnant.
Yeah, Georgia's defense is bad though. So
their defense is worse than last year, but I wouldn't call it exactly bad.
Yeah, comparatively. But
yeah,
that's fair.
Their offense, I would say, is about roughly the same as last year, though.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to keep up with Tennessee's offense, though.
Oh, no. If Tennessee starts scoring at will, I think Georgia's going to struggle to keep up at all. It will be interesting. I think the line for that game will be very interesting to see. I think Tennessee has a lot of film to look at on Georgia. See what Kent State did. See what the team like Missouri did to stop their offense and score on them.
Yeah.
Kind of poke around and see where the holes are. See what plays are going to work against them. So Georgia has to work on defending that.
Yeah.
But Tennessee also has this threat of a mobile quarterback who can.
Yeah. Kent State is kind of tough for them to replicate, though, because they're not as much speed as Kent State is. Kent State, they play very fast. They keep you on your toes at all times. So
Yeah.
I don't know why Georgia fell to them, too. Probably overlooked a bit, too.
Yeah, they were probably overlooked some. Because, it's Kent State. You don't expect Kent State to come in and do anything. But it was, 15-12 at one point? 14-12?
Yeah.
And then Georgia took off? Yeah. So, yeah, it's just stuff for Tennessee. They have film. But trying to stop Tennessee's offense won't be easy either, because it's not like you can't keep a spy on Hooker, because Hooker can, get 5, 6, 7 yards with his legs if he needs to.
Yeah.
He's not looking to go out and run, 64 yards in one play, but if needed, he could do that too.
Yeah. He's pass first, but if he has to run, he will. So.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes through his progressions. He makes his reads. You can watch him in the pocket. He doesn't let the pressure really affect him.
Yeah, he's looked really good.
Yeah. I was actually very impressed with him in the Alabama game.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna go to a independent school here. Liberty has been very. I don't know what Liberty is this year. They beat like a low level FCS team by 1 at home, and then they go out and stomp BYU 41-14.
Yeah.
They didn't need any drop off with Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine, but they only lost to Wake Forest by 1, 37-36. It's like they beat everyone really well except for the FCS team and Southern Miss. But everyone else is at least a touchdown. It's just wild to me.
Yeah. Another independent that you just mentioned, BYU. They've been really bad this year.
Oh, they were good to start the year, right? They were picked to be a top 10 team. Everybody loved BYU, and then they went to Oregon.
Yeah. 4-1 and have lost their last 3.
Yeah.
Although their last 3 have been Notre Dame, Arkansas, and Liberty, but with the way Notre Dame's been playing, you'd expect maybe they play a little better than 8-point game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then Arkansas, they let up 50 points.
Yeah, and Arkansas hadn't even been playing well.
Yeah. They lost to Arkansas after Arkansas had lost 3 straight. Texas A&M, Alabama, Mississippi State. Then they beat BYU 52-32. 52-35, sorry.
Oh, since we're on the topic of smaller teams, I'm just going to shout out Braxton Burmeister at San Diego State. Made his first start at wide receiver since he won't be playing quarterback anymore. And he had 1 catch for 19 yards. So good job. You suck at quarterback, but you can play wide receiver. I don't know how the hell he played quarterback at Virginia Tech and won 6 games, but he did. Terrible. I never liked Burmeister. He wasn't good at Oregon either. That's why I transferred. Anyway, any other games from this past weekend? Oh, Weber State. How about Weber State? 4 safeties in 1 game.
4 safeties.
The long snapper.
Yeah, all by the long snapper.
That's
all
why.
by the long snapper. What?
Yeah, it was all on punts, and he sent the ball
Just
over the punter's head 4 times out of the end zone, like 20+ yards.
Yikes! Who were they playing?
I don't remember. I want to say SF Austin, but I could be wrong.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget playing, but yeah, it was sad. That team was undefeated
Yeah.
though before that loss. They were playing Montana State.
Oh, Montana. That's right, Montana State.
But like, it was just they showed like halftime. The long snapper and the punter didn't even go to the locker room. They sat out there and practiced long snaps. He was still throwing them way over his head. Like it was tragic all around.
All that, and they only lost by 5.
Yeah. Battle for the worst team in the SEC. Looks like crown champion is Vanderbilt. Missouri
Yeah,
won 17.
and it's crazy because it was like 14-0 for most of the game or something like that, and they missed a field goal. Like I think they missed 1 or 2 field goals.
Yeah. It was 17-0, and then Vanderbilt got a touchdown in the third and a touchdown in the fourth.
It was okay, so they didn't let them score at all in the second half.
Yeah. Vanderbilt's kicker missed both of his kicks.
Yeah, but okay, it was 2. Yeah, imagine if you hit both of those, they would have won.
Missed 1. Yeah. Missouri's kicker missed 1 too, though. So 3 total missed. 2 by Vanderbilt, 1 by Missouri.
I don't know what's with kickers this year. I feel like I've seen more missed field goals than any other year.
It does feel like there've been a lot.
I've seen Missouri's kicker miss at least 2 now. I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Vanderbilt miss 2. Alabama missed 1.
Yeah,
Granted, it was from 50 yards. So
really shaky this year, but it's been
do what?
not as usual. So, Will Rackard has been really shaky this year, not as usual. So, missed a few. So,
It's just a bad year for kickers.
yeah.
Just like in the NFL, it's a bad year for quarterbacks. I don't know what it is. Unless you got Joe Burrow.
Not Geno.
Yeah, Gino's been going off too, true. Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Daniel Jones more rushing yards than Najee Harris.
Bailey Zappi, yeah. Oh, other games. That's right. Charlotte fired head coach Will Healy after losing to FIU, like as if it wasn't expected.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn. Wasn't Charlotte like really good like a year or 2 ago?
3 years ago, like
Yeah.
Virginia Tech fans wanted Fuente fired and to hire Will Healy or Jamie Chadwell. And I was not sold on Healy at all. I'm like, why would you want Will Healy? And they're like, oh, because he brings a lot of atmosphere to the locker room because he had the club-themed locker room in Charlotte.
Obviously not.
Yeah. They did not go well. They won. They went 6-7 that year, lost the bowl game. And then the next year they went 2-5, 2-7. It was bad, regardless.
Yeah.
They went
5 down.
2-4 because it's 2020. So they went 2-4, and then they went 5-7, and then 1-7 this year, and they fired him.
Gotcha. That'll do it. 1-7.
Oh, I'm mistaken. In 2019 they went 7-6, not 6-7, but they did lose the Bahama Bowl game. They played Buffalo. They lost 31-9.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they would even have to get.
Justin Fuente.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Hire whoever you want. You're Charlotte. It doesn't matter.
depending on what the money situation at Charlotte is, I think it could end up being something like a Skip Holtz or
Bush Jones.
Tony Gibson from the NC State defensive coordinator.
Pat Narduzzi.
And if they're feeling really special, then maybe Gene Chizik. But it's going to be somebody with North Carolina ties.
Oh, yeah.
Not just a random person.
North or South Carolina, probably. Because, I mean, you're right there on the border.
Some sort of... honestly, I'd probably, depending on who, like Skip Holtz has both North and South Carolina. But there could be like a Panthers person or something that knows coaching and wants to do Charlotte or something. So there's gonna be somebody with Carolina ties. I don't think they're just gonna go randomly grab somebody.
I think
just for
Matt Rule needs a job.
But yeah.
All right. That's about the extent of anything that matters in Charlotte. Heisman updates?
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah. He is now... He broke a Tennessee record, and I didn't know it until yesterday. He is the only Tennessee quarterback to throw a touchdown in 19 straight games. And he has thrown multiple touchdowns in 10 straight games.
Nice.
Yeah, as of right now, I think it's
feels like he's just pulling away now.
I mean,
it's still going to come down to this Georgia game, but yeah.
This dude threw a pick this week too. So.
Oh no, he threw a pick against Iowa. It's the end of the world.
Man, the shit team. So.
Not looking good. Not looking good.
Defense.
Wait, wasn't that their only score? Their only touchdown was a pick, yeah.
No, it was a fumble.
Oh, that's right. I knew it was something like that.
In the first quarter, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hooker's, for me, is number one, but I mean, it's still the biggest gains for both players are still to come with Ohio State playing Michigan and Tennessee playing Georgia. So
yeah,
as of right now,
undefeated Michigan right now too. So
you throwing Bo Nix in the conversation now? Because you can't put DTR in it now.
No, not
no. Blake Corum's still in it, in my opinion.
Illinois running back Sean Tucker, is that his name? Or is that Syracuse?
Chase Brown.
Oh, that's right. Chase Brown. Sorry, they both wear orange. That's my excuse.
I still think it's... I mean, if there's anybody that I would randomly throw in there right now, it'd be Max Duggan.
Yeah.
But I still think, in terms of if we're talking top three, I think the clear top three right now is Stroud, Hooker, and Caleb Williams.
You're not putting Bryce Young in there now?
No.
All right. I don't care. I just thought maybe KME might care.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I guess not.
I like.
You like what?
The chemistry for Bryson haven't been. The chemistry for Bryson and his weapons hasn't been there in this season, so I like Caleb there too. He's been really good.
Yeah, he has been.
The Ibrahim train is sadly falling off.
I will say a player that could start making some waves soon if he keeps playing this way is Tennessee's receiver Jalen Hyatt, who just eats catching touchdowns.
He killed Alabama. He had like 4 touchdowns.
He had 6 catches and 5 touchdowns. Yeah,
he has 9 touchdowns in the last 3 games.
He's got 10 on the year, I think.
On a tear.
So he's a.
And it's mainly because Tillman's been out.
Yeah, he comes back this week, so I'll be interested to see how it works.
I don't know if I would probably keep Hyatt in the slot and then let Tillman.
And play your hot hand.
Yeah,
Let him go to work.
absolutely. Because I mean, he's been proving it. He's absolutely got what it takes to be receiver one.
Yeah. Nothing against Tillman at all. He's been great for Tennessee, but you got to play the guy that's making touchdowns right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But no, you put them both on the field, and I don't think Kentucky's got the defense to cover them both.
Oh, no. They don't at all. They don't have the defense to cover one of them. So
Yeah,
let alone.
True. Their offense isn't going to do anything either. I know Tennessee's defense isn't exactly the best in the world. It's not even. I wouldn't even call their defense good, but
Their run defense is solid. But
their run defense is like top 10.
Their
Yeah,
defense is all because no one runs on them because they can just pass the ball at will.
yeah. But yeah, their run defense is really good, and I don't know, against Alabama they seem to be in the backfield like all day.
Yeah, their defensive line is really good.
Levis. I don't know what is up with NFL analysts, and me and Levi agree on this, but Will Levis is not a first-round draft pick. I don't know what NFL analysts see in Levis and Anthony Richardson, but they're not that competent. I don't know. Anything else before we get into picks this week?
I think that's about it. I like Levi's shout out for the Dark Horse Heisman, Max Duggan. He could make some noise. Other than that,
True. I agree. I think Duggan. I mean, he's got to start doing something in the first half, but he plays real. I mean, he plays his heart out in the second half.
Clutch up. Simple as that.
Yeah, true. More clutch than Ewers. That guy sucks. All right. Levi, do you want to take us into picks now?
Sure. I just wanted to point out here, I just saw a mock draft that had Will Levis going number 3 and Hendon Hooker not a first-round picks.
That is insane.
3 to who?
Lions?
Oh, that'd be. I don't think Lions do that.
That would be fitting.
Yeah, they're being smarter than that. I don't think Lions will do that.
Giving the Lions too much credit.
Nah, they're on the right path.
Lions usually draft well. It's just they just can't put a team around that person, and they just embarrass themselves.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing that a team that has had arguably the most talented running back of all time and the most talented wide receiver of all time has like
nothing
barely
to show for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Track after Campbell, but we'll see.
It's always been an offensive line issue for them, though. Like Barry Sanders and the offensive line was an issue. No, when I guess when Calvin was there, it was really just the defense.
They've got a good base for an offensive line right now, though.
They do.
They're building the right way. I like how they're building.
Sewell adds a lot, for sure.
Yeah. Them, the Panthers, and the Jets are 3 very young teams I'm very high on right now.
Yeah, I agree.
With the way they're built.
All right, Levi, you want to jump into picks now?
Sure. So this week, in case you don't know, we have football.
I love it.
Another week of greatness.
Well, not for some teams.
Yeah, some teams are on bye. Some teams are Notre Dame. So.
Some teams are called Virginia Tech and just suck. So
and that actually takes us into our first game. A couple Thursday night games this week for ranked teams. First one, 7:30 on ESPN. Virginia Tech travels to Raleigh to take on number 24 NC State. Virginia Tech has actually won the last 5 meetings between VT and NC State.
Yeah, time to lose one. My problem with Virginia Tech is without one of their best corners this week. Dorian Strong is out. I listened to Brent Pry talk about that today during his press conference. I don't think it's a big hit because our best cornerback is a freshman, and then we've got a couple other guys who can really fill in. And I think our defense is, for the most part, pretty solid. Our offense cannot do anything though, and then it wears the defense out quickly. Kind of like Virginia Tech in 2018.
Yeah. That's how Washington last year.
Your cornerback being out has no fucking dictation on this game, because that would imply that NC State could throw the ball.
Yeah. Isn't Leary
Oh
out?
yeah, but even though Leary is out, I believe
Leary wasn't throwing the ball good either.
Yeah.
When you think, but you run the ball well, don't you?
No, that's why we score 17 points a game.
Well, I think your offense is about to have a explosive week because Tech's defense is going to be so worn out after 15 3-and-outs consecutively.
Look, I'm not saying
I love
that
how this is basically you guys just shitting on your own team and how inept they are now.
we suck. And
We
the fact that
suck.
we're still ranked is shocking to me.
I can't believe. I don't know. I can't believe anyone's willing to coach this team.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't know what's going to happen, but I would not be surprised if we got some Iowa versus Iowa State fuckery going on in this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's something like 7-3 type shit.
5-2 or something.
Yeah, 5-2. That's probably what it'll end up being, but I don't know. I'm gonna take the bias. I'm gonna pick Virginia Tech.
I would hammer the under on this game. No,
Actually, what's the over-under on that game?
It's 40.
40. Yeah.
I would hammer the under too.
I'm hammering the over. I'm doing it again. I'm saying it. Hit the over. It's gonna hit.
Why is it gonna hit? What offense is there in this game, Cam?
I promise you, people be sleeping on games that think they're gonna be no offense. Like Bears Patriots just happened. There was like 50-something points in that game. We're close to it.
That's the NFL. This is college football game. This is like Iowa State.
And NC State. Look, NC State in ACC play has scored barely 40 points.
I think Virginia Tech has scored 30 once this year, and it was against Pitt.
Who says he needs to get 30? I believe it's going to be NC State 23-20. There you go.
Let's see. Virginia Tech's last 3 games: 14, 29, 10, 10.
No way we give up 20 to Virginia Tech.
There's no way. There's no way you give up 20 to Virginia Tech.
We barely gave up 20 to Syracuse.
Yeah.
Every team's different. Who knows?
I don't know because Brent Pry after the Miami game was really hammering his coordinators, saying that the offense was way too vanilla and that they need to mix some stuff up. So I don't know what they did in the off week, but he did say that he was going to have a talk with his offensive staff. So unless he just fired them all or he's going to be calling offense and defense himself, I don't see anything changing for the Virginia Tech offense. I think Grant Wells was very overrated in the portal. I think he's very bad. I think it would be better if we had a dual threat quarterback like Taj Bullock in there, but Taj Bullock apparently doesn't know the offense that well. So I don't know. I don't see the offense doing anything.
Even though the offense is vanilla, too vanilla.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if either team scored 13.
I would be, unless it's defensive, I don't see either team scoring. Yeah.
Unless there's a bunch of pick sixes and fumble returns.
Yeah. Well, your offensive line is too good to really let Virginia Tech in the backfield. Virginia Tech's defensive line isn't great.
Our offensive line's not really that good either, but that's not the problem with the team.
It's not. Yeah.
The problem is play calling with this team, and I am very interested to see how we took a bye week to cook up some plays. So.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a horrific game. I'm pissed that I actually am going to the game. Honestly, I'd rather not.
This will be the football version of the lowest scoring basketball game, the worst basketball game that ended up like 43-27. And it was Virginia Tech at NC State. Except this will be. It could be 3-0. It could be 7-3. 6-3. 12 overtimes, 3-3 missed field goals. I don't know.
I'm not sitting through an overtime Virginia Tech versus.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You will force yourself to watch it. I know you will.
This could be 0-0. Wake Forest, Virginia Tech going into overtime. 2013.
I would rather it be 0-0 going to overtime than like 3-3.
Yeah. Virginia Tech has this streak on the line of games without a shutout, and it dates back to either the mid 90s or early 2000s.
Oh, we won't shut y'all out, but we'll see. Who do y'all pick, Candy and King?
I said NC State 3-20.
Oh yeah, you did.
NC State in a really ugly game.
Okay, so it's been since 1995 since Virginia Tech last got shut out. It's been 346 games.
Nice.
But it'll be low scoring.
It's the fifth longest behind Florida, TCU, Michigan, and BYU.
All right, so next, also Thursday, 10 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Number 14, Utah travels to Washington State. Utah is is up 3-2 in the last 5 meetings.
Oh, I'm just gonna take Utah.
Yeah, it'll be 4-2, Utah.
I'll probably take Utah. Close game on the road, though.
It won't be close.
It's a Thursday night game. It might be. They might even lose. Weekday games are weird.
I'm taking Utah. All right. So next, Mundo, finally to the day that college football should be played, Saturday. Noon on Fox. I don't know why this isn't, but whatever. Number 2, Ohio State travels to number 13, Penn State. Ohio State has won the last 5 meetings between these two, and they have won the last 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Ohio State in this one. I would probably pick them on the spread too. I think Penn State's a little overrated this year. They've just gotten away with playing a bunch of bad teams and Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, me, you're agreeing with that? You're saying that Minnesota's bad? Mo Ibrahim's team is bad?
Yeah, it's Mo.
Well, Mo was out that game. Or was Tanner Morgan out that game? One of them was out that game.
Tanner Morgan was.
Okay.
Morgan.
Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State.
PJ Fleck taking the Charlotte job.
Yeah, Ohio State by a lot. So
I expect this game to kind of go how the Michigan game went. I think they're going to keep it close for a quarter, maybe 2, and then Ohio State will just run away with it.
Yeah.
Ever since that blocked field goal that happened 6 years ago, I feel like Ohio State just always finds a way in the end, always in the fourth quarter to pull away. No, I don't think it's going to happen like that. I kind of agree with Levi. It's going to be close for like a half, and then eventually, like what happened in the Iowa game, they're going to pull ahead, but Penn State will actually have some offensive efficiency. I think it'll be like, let's say 35 to like 17.
I knew you were
early. What?
When you're about to say a score, I knew you were going to say 35-17. But yeah, I agree. I think it would be somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I just know that if Ohio State does not win like by the same amount as Michigan did, I just know everyone's going to be talking about
If Sean Clifford wasn't in his 9th year at PSU, do you think they would still score 17?
I have I feel like we've lost a lot of possibly good college football environments to putting these games at noon. Like, I don't understand
Yeah,
why
I
this
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible time.
at early it's 3:30.
Like,
Early.
I think like any ranked versus ranked game should be in the evening, like afternoon,
Prime
evening.
time for sure.
Yeah,
Like
and then
those-
anything trash can be in the morning. Like Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Syracuse can be in the morning, whatever. But
Well, look, I'm sorry. If there's a
Virginia
noon
Tech, NC State in the morning.
yeah, exactly. Honestly,
you're going to do a noon game this week, Michigan State versus Michigan, 100%. That game is probably going to be a blowout, and then you put Ohio State and Penn State at ABC at 7:30.
yeah,
It was clearly the best choice, and they just chose to.
Well, I don't think they did flex it. That's why you can't flex most of these games because they probably thought Michigan State would be better than what they were. I mean, they were going to be two, probably like it's the top.
They were Kenneth Walker and nobody else, and they lost Kenneth Walker.
These games were all to be decided 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They were all to be decided, so they knew Michigan State was not good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
big news.
Because these game times were announced after the Penn State Michigan game, I'm pretty sure.
Even if you look at games for like a week ahead, some of them don't have times yet.
Yeah, it is. I think that this should have easily been a night game, but I digress.
I'm glad it is.
Yeah, I think that it majorly benefits Ohio State that it's not going to be a. I mean,
Yeah,
look, it'll probably be a good environment, but like, it's kind of like they said it last week during the Syracuse game. It's just it takes the crowd a little bit longer to get into
like ramped up.
when it's a noon game, and
Yeah.
so,
and
Probably
tailgates also suck more in the morning than they would mid afternoon to evening.
I want to go that far.
You wouldn't?
No,
I would.
dude. Look, I'm sorry. Like, even when it was a noon game at State, we've only. I mean, we don't really get noon games, but we were out. I mean, it could just be us, but I mean, I was out there 7 a.m. drinking and making breakfast. So,
Nice.
I mean, it's just the atmosphere in general isn't as fun, just because like
Middle of the day.
most people just probably woke up 3 hours before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're still kind of getting
And it
started.
takes longer because people need to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know. I think, but yeah. Anyways, noon on ESPN. Number 7 TCU travels to West Virginia. West Virginia has won the last 4 between these schools, and they're up 4-1 in the last 5 meetings.
West Virginia at home is scary. West Virginia fans anytime are scarier. I mean, they're losing. They're missing 27 teeth. At home they're generally better. Their only home loss this year was against Kansas, and it was 55-42. Offense shows up at home. If they travel on the road, their offense does nothing unless you're Virginia Tech. I think TCU wins this game. I think this game is a lot closer than a lot of people are going to think it's going to be.
Yeah, you know me. I am a passenger on the Duggan train. I will ride this thing till it falls off. Give me TCU and give me them to cover.
I don't know the cover.
I think there is a lot of problems with West Virginia as a whole, and I think they're kind of highlighted by the absolute ass kicking they got last week against Texas Tech.
Yeah.
48-10. Yeah.
And so I don't think they'll be prepared to come back in front of their home crowd and play. I think they're demoralized, and I think TCU handles them.
Yeah. If they can't keep up with Texas Tech, I don't think they'll be able to keep up with TCU at all. So, give me TCU.
But Texas Tech isn't bad. It's just they're not as good.
Yeah, but TCU's offense is a lot better.
I think the atmosphere. I think just the crowd is going to have a big effect on this game. Even though it's at 12, West Virginia fans are just absolutely wild.
I mean, it might be a good crowd. I'll give you that, but I just don't think they have the talent to play with. I mean, dude, TCU just came off 4 straight ranked wins.
They're built for it.
4 straight ranked wins, and they were losing to Kansas State until after the half.
They got all the momentum.
Yeah, that is true. Oklahoma was ranked. Kansas was ranked. Both were undefeated. Then they had to go.
And Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Overtime win, squeak that out, and then Kansas State last week.
So yeah. We all
for them. They got a easier game in West Virginia. So.
Yeah, I'm still picking TCU though.
They should take care of business.
Yep, we all picked TCU. We've all picked the same for the last 3 games.
Game said you're going to pick with me, so.
Next noon on the Alphabet channel, Notre Dame travels to number 16 Syracuse. Notre Dame's won the last 4. Between them, obviously 4 in the last 5. I just found out this is like the second time since like 2003 that they've actually played in Syracuse.
I just found out that Syracuse changed the name of their dome from the Carrier Dome to the JMA Wireless Dome.
Yeah. But because they just keep playing. They keep, I guess, schedule and they do neutrals, so they played at like East Rutherford and like other places.
Yeah.
And so they never play. Also, I meant to say this, but this is the first time, the Utah-Washington State game, just for 1 second. The last 5 of 6 times that they've played, it's been in Salt Lake City. I don't know how, but they just keep playing in Salt Lake City. I'm not sure how like Pac-12 does it, but I was like, holy fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Notre Dame, Syracuse.
Notre Dame has done nothing to impress me this year except lose to Stanford, which is just impressingly bad.
It did impress.
It's Syracuse is at home. I like Syracuse. Notre Dame. I don't know. They're just bad. Give me Syracuse.
Man, Notre Dame's been so up and down so far. Didn't expect them to lose to Stanford. Didn't expect them to pile on against UNLV. Definitely didn't expect them to lose to Marshall. Didn't expect them to hold up against Ohio State.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I'm picking Syracuse is because Notre Dame had a good week last week, and they're basically like week-to-week team, and this is their down week. So give me Sean Tucker and the Orange people.
Well, I don't know. The last time they won a game, they won the next 2. Unfortunately, their next 2 this time are at Syracuse and then against Clemson.
Yeah. Respect Stanford, but Syracuse is winning.
Yeah, big respect, but you ain't winning.
So hold on. Cam picked Syracuse. Y'all picked Syracuse, right?
Yeah, we all picked Syracuse.
Okay, so this is where I come in. I picked Notre Dame.
For why?
2 reasons. 1, because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
And 2,
okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Every single season that Syracuse has been a 10-win team, they have either lost back-to-back or lost to Notre Dame.
Here's an opportunity for both.
And the last time that they were a 10-win team in 2018, they lost both to Clemson and Notre Dame.
Was it back to back?
Nice.
I don't remember, but
No.
there's too many coincidences. It cannot be a quinky dink.
Well, Syracuse has a different offensive coordinator and a quarterbacks coach that came from Virginia who made Brennan Armstrong look like.
Well, I mean, they had a different offensive coordinator from 1992 to 2018 when they had 10 wins.
Oh, yeah, but this guy's different. He's making the quarterback look like Brennan Armstrong.
Look, I'm just saying, look, happens once, it's a coincidence. Happens 4 times, I think there's something going on. So,
See,
Are you saying it's a conspiracy?
look, I'm just saying maybe that's, what has to happen for them to be 10 wins. Maybe if they win this game, they're no longer a 10-win team.
Yeah, they're gonna choke the rest of the season.
Yeah.
yeah,
But it seems, if I had to be realistic, it seems like a game that Syracuse could drop after coming off a loss.
yeah.
But
I would like to pick Notre Dame too, but I'm not going to. So
If Syracuse loses, does Dino Babers get fired?
Syracuse
No.
is the reason I'm not above 500 last week. So in picks, so I'm kind of hoping they get knocked out of the top 25, but I don't think Notre Dame is the team to do it. So
You think Syracuse pulls a Kansas, loses one game, and just snowballs from there?
that'd be funny, yeah.
look, I'm
Levi
just saying.
doesn't move Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Alligators are over.
Hey,
They're
the
over.
coach got his extension with the 6 wins, right?
Yeah,
They're bowl eligible.
true.
It's time to go 6-6.
I'm just saying, Notre Dame is them. They got this.
They are them.
They are them.
They're that team.
They are winning out.
Joey says Notre Dame is that team.
I was just piggybacking, but it's whatever. They suck this year. I don't care. They're not making the playoffs. That's all I care about. They're not ranked top 10. I care about that. They don't deserve it.
Not yet.
Not at all.
Just wait till they beat Syracuse, Clemson, and USC.
They'll have the North Carolina win on their back. They'll have that.
Oh, that's true. They did beat North Carolina.
They're going all the way.
That's a first 3-loss team to make the playoffs.
Yeah. First 3-loss team to win the national championship.
True.
in the playoffs.
Yeah. Of all time. That would be
The
so
day
stupid.
The day that Notre Dame wins the national championship is the day we have to find a new podcast host.
Yeah. True. I will not be here anymore.
Order for him.
All right. So next,
Largest cocktail party.
it's normal time slot every year. Florida versus number 1 Georgia.
Florida.
CBS 30. Georgia has won the last 4, or is up 4-1 in the last 5. Interesting fact that I did see about this game. I know I didn't have fun facts, but I just came across them on Twitter.
Yeah.
The number 1 team has never lost in this matchup.
Oh, so when Florida was 4-1, and when Georgia's been 1, Georgia wins.
Yeah, and it's never been within 24 points.
Team wins.
Nice.
He's saying
So for
take
that
the over.
Yeah. I don't think this one will be within 24 points either. Give me Georgia.
Hey, yeah, give me Georgia. I do think it'll be within 24, but give me Georgia.
Give me Georgia. I probably think they'll cover. Georgia will.
What's the spread? 22.5? I don't know.
Yeah. Seems kind of like a lot for Georgia. But
Well, you would
It is-
think that against Auburn and Vanderbilt, too, but they covered both those spreads. One was 29.5, the other one was 39. They beat Vanderbilt 55-0, and they beat Auburn, 49-14?
I mean, they beat Florida last year by 27, so I guess it's possible.
yeah.
Yeah, but Florida has a different coach now. It's not Dan Mullen anymore.
They're also
It's worse.
Building
It's Billy Napier.
competent team, and right now they're not a competent team.
I'm not sure Billy Napier was the piece that was missing to make this a competent right.
Levi, they have Anthony Richardson. Don't you know he's a first-round draft prospect? He's
Look,
got...
he could be priced for all I care. They ain't winning this game.
The guy who didn't throw a touchdown for the first 4 games of the season, he's going to throw 6 in this game.
Man, I'm just saying, narrative purposes and for excitement purposes, if Florida wins this game, Tennessee really has nothing. They literally just have to just win out. Well, not win out. They could lose to Georgia and they could still make it, right?
Yeah.
Or would it be a 3-way
Oh, no.
tie?
No, they couldn't. They'd have to still beat them.
Oh,
If
for
Georgia
tiebreaker
lost this
purposes.
game?
Yeah.
Or Florida's losses too.
Tennessee.
At least Tennessee.
Kentucky.
Oh, then I thought Florida only had
Oh,
one
and
loss.
LSU. Yeah, they lost by 10 to LSU.
Damn.
And that's
LSU
less
is that
than what
team.
Ole Miss lost by. Ole Miss. Okay, first of all, how you let LSU go on a 42-3 run is fucking absurd.
It's like that Auburn Mississippi State game either last year or the year before.
Like, man.
Yeah, it was last year. I hear about it all the time.
As the Auburn fan you are, I know you do.
I'm not an Auburn fan. I just work with a bunch of them.
They converted you.
One
That's
is
what
an
it
Auburn
is.
fan and a Panthers fan. The rest of them are just Auburn fans. They don't care about the NFL.
All right. 3:30, I guess. For their time, it would be 12:30. But Fox Sports 1, number 8 Oregon travels to Cal. 2 things to note: Oregon has won the last 4 or 5 and the last 11 of 13. And if you did not see, Marshawn Lynch had a pretty hilarious segment on commentary during the Cal game where he dropped motherfucker and shit in the same sentence.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He said motherfucker and it goes, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. And then like 3 words later says shit.
Yeah,
It just keeps going.
yeah. They didn't let him drive the golf cart this time, but he rode in it. So
Give me Oregon, just straight up. Bo Nix is back.
yeah, Oregon in a blowout. So
Yeah, give me Oregon. They'll cover. They'll do what they have to do as they have their vengeance tour on the whole of the Pac-12.
they won't. But okay.
Just a note, this has nothing to do between these 2 schools, but just because we won't talk about them and I'm thinking about it. Oh wait, no, they do play. Okay, hold on. I'll save it for when they come up. My
All
bad. The next 3:30 again. Number 9 Oklahoma State travels to number 22 Kansas State. Oklahoma State has won the last 3 games between them in the last 3 of 5.
This is a very
Spencer
interesting game to me.
Sanders.
Kansas State is a 1.5 favorite at home. Your over-under is 56.5. I would probably bet on the over in this one. Kansas State is a first-half team. Oklahoma State, as of last week, is now a second-half team. I only picked Oklahoma State last week because they'd won the 2 games prior, and I picked against them in both games. And I just don't like Texas. Kansas State, their backup quarterback, I thought played better than Adrian Martinez did. It's a really hard game for me to pick, but I'm going to take I guess I'll take Kansas State.
Satellite Cam was going to take Oklahoma State.
I did. I'm taking Spencer Sanders. I'm riding him still. Not really riding him, pause, but I'm taking Oklahoma State to pull this one out slightly. I don't know if Adrian's going to be playing or not. Is 9 a.m. playing? Is he waking up for this game?
I mean, they
Anyone
fly in
get
the night
stats
before, but
I mean, it's only Monday. They're not going to release that yet.
Yeah. None of that.
It might make a difference, honestly, if Adrian plays, but for now, I'll go with Oklahoma State.
I wouldn't say it makes it. Like I said, I think their backup plays better than Adrian does.
It's just a 1-game sample size.
The 1-game sample size is in a pretty big game. TCU.
1-game sample size that the defense didn't plan for. So
But no, he's right though, because like I mean, a lot of people, including me, thought that Kansas was going to be completely fine without Jalen Daniels because their backup played really good, and
Yeah.
they've ever since.
yeah,
They've been cooked ever since.
yeah.
True.
You can't look into one game where the defense didn't prepare for the guy. So
I don't know if Adrian Martinez plays, and honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm Oklahoma State.
yeah, I don't care either way. Oklahoma State's going to win a close one again.
You think they have to come back from from behind?
The what?
That's just a question. I'm just wondering if you think if Kraigen thinks Oklahoma State's going to have to play back from behind again, or if they'll have a lead for the whole game.
Maybe. I mean, Kansas State still has Deuce Vaughn, so they've got to deal with him, try to contain him, which is difficult. So
They do run the ball really well.
Oklahoma State knows how to put on a good show.
True.
Yeah.
They'll do it somehow.
hmm they'll go up, and then Mike Gundy will start calling plays to get Kansas State back in the game.
I mean, it doesn't matter who they play. Their scores are so absurd, regardless of who they play. Like 58-44 against Central Michigan.
Yeah.
Why?
Just the immediate why.
Oh, it'll be good. I think Oklahoma State wins either way. Next, another 3:30. There's a lot of 3:30 games this week.
Better than
Number
12.
10, yeah. Number 10, Wake Forest travels to Louisville. Wake Forest in the last 5 is up 3-2.
So I'm not gonna lie. I would not be surprised if Louisville wins this game. Don't ask me
Yeah,
why.
Wake Forest
Louisville has been playing
before.
this weird game all year where they win some games and then lose other games. I don't get it. Either win them all or lose them all. Pick one. I'm gonna take Wake Forest, but like I said, I won't be. It's Louisville at home. I just wouldn't be surprised if they won.
That might be one of the stupidest things you've ever said. Sometimes they win.
Says the guy who said this
can't
spread
tie
is
and
3. They think it's going to be a close one.
I was thinking the same exact thing, but I didn't want to lose my head again, so I just said that.
Yeah.
I can't believe he
When
said that.
you physically can't tie in college football, they win some and they lose some.
I
More
mean,
than
it's a
not.
pretty crazy thing, man.
I pick Wake.
Yeah, I'll pick Wake as well, and for them to cover.
I like how Mario Cunningham is Louisville's leading rusher with 503 yards on 80
Nice.
carries. That's a quarterback.
Same place as Lamar Jackson, and they had Mark Andrews throw a pass to him in the backfield.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'll go Wake Forest as well. Joey mentioned that Louisville could upset, and he wouldn't be surprised. And they are just favored by 4. So Wake Forest is.
I've
Next
just never seen Wake Forest ranked at number 10. It just looks so weird to me.
They were ranked 10th last year.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't pay much attention last year. I just don't remember last year. And we had the podcast last year too, so.
Last year's in the past. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I just didn't pay attention to Wake last year. All right.
Next on the Alphabet Network, 3:30, number 17 Illinois travels to Nebraska. Illinois has won the last two. Nevy's up 3-2 in the last five.
Give me Chase Brown in Illinois.
Same here.
I don't think there's much to talk about here.
Yeah, not much. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a closer game since it's at Nebraska, but I mean,
I expect it to be close. I just don't expect Nebraska to actually. I think Illinois pulls ahead, and then Nebraska starts to come back some, and then they lose by I don't know, 8 or 9.
somewhere around there.
Maybe 5.
Game. Right, 4.
It should be a good game. It'll probably be a sold out stadium again. Reed could tell you if he ever showed up.
To this podcast.
Yeah, I'm picking Illinois.
Yeah.
Kraigen, you picked Illinois too, right?
I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Just take Nebraska.
Yeah,
We'll just
I
stay
want
here
to pick
quietly.
Nebraska, but I don't think they'll get it done. I think Illinois will win.
Perfect. Next, 3:30. For some reason, I didn't write this game down, but ESPN number 20 Cincinnati travels to UCF. I'm not sure what the last 5 is because apparently I forgot to write it down.
This is going to be the week where I lose my picks lead anyway. I'm going to take UCF over Cincinnati.
He's not even trusting himself. My God.
I don't know. Something about this game just seems off to me.
Cincinnati's won the last 3.
Cincinnati's only a 1 point favorite. Granted, it's at UCF, but I don't know. There's something about UCF. They got Miles Plumlee at quarterback.
What is it about UCF specifically? Is it the loss to Louisville and ECU that gets you going, or is it the?
I think it's more or less like the 70-point win over Temple, and then the 41-19 over SMU.
Okay, that's cool, but those are 2 really bad football teams.
Yeah, but also Cincinnati just beat SMU by just 2.
But that's a rivalry.
Did you want to call that a rivalry?
It is.
It's. I think it's more. I think it's just Gus Malzahn. I think that's the only thing that's leading me to pick UCF here.
I think you're stupid.
That's fine. I told you I'm losing. I told you I'm losing the lead this week either. Anyway, so I'm taking UCF over Cincinnati.
All right, Joey's just gonna be wrong on another pick by himself again. I'm picking Cincinnati.
Yeah, you see, I was leaning UCF, but then he mentioned that Gus Malzahn's the head coach, and give me Cincinnati.
I feel like you were gonna pick UCF if I picked Cincinnati. That's what I think.
No.
I think this was gonna be your stupid pick of the week, and then I made the pick. So no, you're not going to.
No, Gus Malzahn was the only difference maker there.
Okay, all right.
I'm taking
He's a loser.
UCF.
He's going to lose. So.
I'm taking UCF.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, there's no way you're taking UCF.
I am.
Why are you taking UCF? Why are you gonna hound me for it and then pick UCF yourself?
No, I was calling you stupid for another reason.
Just because you're stupid, not because of the pick.
I said it last week that I think that Cincinnati's quarterback is fucking horrible, but SMU was just more horrible, so they'd find a way to lose. And I don't think that it's going to work against UCF.
Yeah, you know what? I'm taking UCF too instead. That SMU game I was looking at too, and
He won't pick UCF because Gus Malzahn, but he will pick UCF because Levi said a Cincinnati quarterback bad.
Was the only reason I was thinking of picking Cincinnati over them. So
what can I say?
No faith in Luke Fickell. I see. No faith in Luke Fickell.
Yeah, I'm not swaying my vote. You guys can all be wrong together.
You know what? I'm going to bet on Cincinnati now. Just for you, Cam. Just so they lose.
It's your money.
They're going to be part of my 10-team parlay. I'm going to pick 10 random teams that you pick. And then Cincinnati's going to be one.
It's actually not Joey's money. It's the government's money because he's on benefits.
I'm not on benefits.
If you're listening, FBI agent, you're using the benefits for gambling.
If you're listening, Joey is using his food stamps for betting.
Yeah, I'm trading $40 in food stamps for $10, and I'm throwing it in online betting.
Gotta get rich somehow.
I'm selling meth on the side.
That is very Alabama.
No, for sure.
I live in an apartment. There's no way for me to make meth.
What's the next game?
Not a fan of meth.
Next game is 4:00 on the SEC network. Missouri travels to number 25 South Carolina. Missouri's won the last three.
And the fact South Carolina is ranked is a crime, but they're going to stay ranked again. They're going to beat Missouri.
Yeah, they'll be ranked higher next week. They really need to do something about Spencer Rattler. This guy just sucks. They scored 17 points in the first 5 minutes against Texas A&M, and none of them were offensive, I don't think.
Yeah, if they have nobody better than him on the bench, they need to recruit a lot better.
Like they may have had an offensive touchdown, but it came immediately after a turnover. And then they had the kick return 100 yards for a touchdown to start the game. I mean, it was electric for 5 minutes, and then it just there was no offense until almost the end of the third quarter. No scoring.
You saying all that, but it ain't going to change your pick. You're going to pick South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going to pick South Carolina. Missouri is just worse than Texas A&M is. But they got to do something offensively.
That's a problem they can have for another week because it's not like they're going to struggle against Missouri. Give me South Carolina.
I disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I disagree with that statement too.
It's going to be close. They're going to struggle.
Yeah, they're only a 5-point favorite.
Defense is decent.
Every single Missouri game in the SEC has been decided by one possession.
Yeah.
Yeah. Missouri's defense is decent. The difference is South Carolina's offense is about a touchdown better this year than Missouri's.
I could not give a fuck less about what you guys are talking about. Give me South Carolina 10. They're winning by 10 points.
He's choosing South Carolina over the team that almost beat Georgia.
What's the issue then, Cam? Because everybody else picked South Carolina.
No, we all picked South Carolina. I'm just saying you guys are giving.
Then why the fuck are you talking? Shut up. Let's get into this game. This game sucks.
It's coming from last place talking crazy.
South Carolina going to be bowl eligible after this week.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one, Levi?
7:00 ESPN. Number 19 Kentucky travels to number 3 Tennessee. Tennessee's won is up 3-2 in the last 5.
Will Levis, the NFL prospect himself, huge, high potential here. Could show why he's a number 1 quarterback recruit coming out of college. No, he fucking sucks. Him and all the Kentucky offense outside of one wide receiver sucks. The defense sucks. Tennessee by 42.
I don't think their defense sucks. I think that was a little rude.
I don't know much about their defense. Honestly, I've not paid attention to Kentucky this year outside of maybe one game, and I think it was Florida. But
and it's going score earth on Kentucky and Will Levis. Just to say, I haven't watched them.
The most points that Kentucky's given up this year is 24. So I mean, their defense is fine. It's just
when did they give up 24? I see they gave up 23 to Northern Illinois.
South Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, they lost. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
And
True.
that was also the game that Will Levis didn't play. And so
Yeah.
they were kind of all over the place.
I'll take Tennessee by 2 touchdowns. At least.
Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee.
You two?
Yeah. Who played Tennessee last week? Was it UT Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee's gonna make Kentucky look like UT Martin.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad, but it could be. I mean, almost that bad.
They did hold Mississippi State to like however many points they did. It was like 12.
Kraigen, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I don't think Tennessee gives Kentucky 24 points here. Come on.
I mean, I think Tennessee covers for sure. I mean, what, it's like 13, 12 and a half? But I don't think it's going to be like Tennessee runs away with it at the end of the first quarter, like the game's over. I think it'll be like Tennessee will get like 30-something points. I don't think they'll hit 40.
You don't?
The strength of Kentucky is Chris Rodriguez, and Tennessee's defensive line is good, so I don't think they'll do much.
I think the only problem Tennessee has to deal with is Tavion Robinson. And that's it. They just have to worry about one receiver. But then again, Levis has to get the ball to him. But that's it. That's all that's to be said about that game.
Okay. 7 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. Number 10 USC travels to Arizona.
Hold on. I would like to clarify that Wake Forest and USC are both number 10.
Yeah, they're tied in the votes.
That's crazy.
That's stupid.
Okay. Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah, pick one. Give me USC over Arizona. Not even close. They cover.
South Carolina's 25. South Carolina's 25. Pick one and kick South Carolina out.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's 25 teams. Like, there's no 11.
Yeah.
Oh.
It goes 10, 10, 12. Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
It's just because you got to think it's like, I don't know, it's like 50 voters, and so like they just combine votes from all of them, and so mathematically they happen to have the same amount.
Yeah, that's fair. Back to the game.
But yeah, USC should fucking blow them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel pick Arizona just for some biased Big 12 reason. I mean, not Pac-12 reason.
The over-under is 76, and I think most of that's going to come from USC.
Yeah, I agree. I think it hits. I would probably hit the over on this, but
I'm not. I'm hammering the under on that. But USC's still going to win.
Or Arizona's problem, they score, but it's just a problem they just give up a shit ton of points.
Yeah, they have offense. They don't have any defense.
Yeah, Cowering is good, and then Jaden Delar is good quarterback. I'm glad he's not at Washington State anymore. He'll probably give USC's defense some highlights, though. So,
next game, a shit show of a fucking fuckery. 7:30 ABC, Michigan State versus number 4 Michigan. Michigan State's won the last 3 or I was up 3-2 in the last 5, but I don't think that's gonna matter.
Not this year. It's Michigan.
Yeah, you're gonna see the Blake Corum show as he runs for 30 times for 100-something yards. Michigan's gonna roll. Michigan State. I mean, I guess you had them. You've had them the past couple of years, but it's over now. It's time to pack it up. You guys are now just trying to fight for bowl eligibility after this week.
yeah, Michigan's winning. That's
that.
Yeah.
Next, number 15.
Fuck is that on NBC?
What?
Why the fuck is that on ABC? That's terrible.
Michigan.
Yeah.
7:30
Or
SEC
Georgia.
Network. Number 15, Ole Miss travels to Texas A&M. Texas A&M is up 3-2 in the last 5.
Ole Miss, and it's only because Texas A&M is bad. It's not like Ole Miss is good. It's just Texas A&M is bad.
I'll probably go Ole Miss. I think they cover. Very close game though. I feel like Texas A&M is going to show up with some heart. Game is going to be going
No,
down
they're
to
not.
Texas A&M is a complete cult. Have you guys seen the yell leaders and everything? Like the stuff they do the night before the game?
the hype up there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that shit's
man.
crazy, dude. Like in a bad way. You're not allowed to sit down at a Texas A&M game.
The midnight yell thing is my favorite thing to do on a Friday night.
Is it?
I watched the stream on Facebook.
Yeah, the midnight yell. That's what it is.
And for that purpose, I'm taking Texas A&M.
See, I don't hate that pick.
I don't hate the pick either. I just don't think they'll beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss gets back on track and wins.
Yeah, it's a bounce back game for them. Don't they get Alabama?
I'm not trusting any team that was on a 42-3 run versus LSU.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You lost my
Nice bold proclamation that Ole Miss was going to win too.
No, this is payback. Fuck you guys.
Ole Miss has a terrible, terrible defense again.
Anyone surprised?
No.
And Jimbo Fisher, I feel like every year just does, like, even when he's bad, he just pulls some bullshit and just wins a random game for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually Alabama, but this year he lost to Alabama, so now it's got to be something else.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did beat Arkansas, but Arkansas has proven not to be good. So I think Ole Miss is
Well, that was also the game where Arkansas decided not to block for KJ Jefferson.
happens.
Yeah.
I think it'll be another one-score loss for Texas A&M. I've had a lot of those.
I think I'm going 18-0 this week. Yeah, 18. Had it count. 8 o'clock on the ACC network. Pitt travels to number 21 UNC. UNC is up 3-2 in the last 5.
Dude, you know how Keenan can get at night? Man, it's crazy. That place is empty. UNC's defense is really bad. It could make Slovis look like a fucking Ben Roethlisberger out there. But their offense is really good. Pittsburgh is.
Joker wasn't.
Do what?
Ben Roethlisberger. That's the comparison you went with.
It's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Still,
the man could air it out. But North Carolina's defense is really bad. Like they have a lot of like 4 and 5 stars on their defense. They just never develop. I don't know why anyone goes there. They'll never make it. Unless you're a wide receiver and then switch to linebacker like Chaz Surratt. Or was it Daz Newsome?
Chaz. It was Chaz.
That's what I thought. I knew there was Z's in the name. I don't know. I kind of like Pittsburgh in this one, but I'm going to say North Carolina just because Pittsburgh's defense is a little down from what it was the last 2 years.
I'm taking North Carolina in a shootout.
It will be a shootout. I think this will be like a 60-50 game.
Anyone else got something to say about this game?
Yeah, I'm looking at Pitt's schedule right now, looking for a reason to pick them, but there isn't one. I'm taking UNC.
What do you mean there isn't one? They scored 45 on Virginia Tech.
Okay, buddy.
They also gave up 29, though. That's the most Virginia Tech has scored all year.
I think it'll be neutral site at best. Most UNC fans have to go back to the senior citizens house by the
By the time kickoff.
time their last home game against I forget who it was. They had like an attendance of like 42 out of 55 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And I hate UNC and they're a bunch of bitches.
Fact.
I'm not going to say who I picked because I don't want to give them any credit.
That's fair. All right.
But it's not Pitt.
Yeah. I got it when you said you're not going to give them credit.
We all did.
10:30 ESPN. I've been waiting for this game because this is the funniest shit I've ever heard in college football history. Stanford is doing a free trial ticket run for their last 2 home games. So what that means is you can go to their last 2 home games for free to determine if you want season tickets for the next season.
Wow.
Unfucking believable. I have never, ever heard some bullshit like that before in my life.
I'm going to go to the Stanford game for free against Washington State and BYU.
Good, if only Stanford was good. If this was 10 years ago, oh, man.
They're on a 2-game winning streak, just to let you know.
Yeah. Respect them.
Oh, boy. 2 games, man. Man, we're going to throw parades for them. Cameron Key is him. Cameron Key is him.
Did y'all see their last home game, the fucking stadium?
No, I'm sure it was empty, though. It was against Arizona State.
It was.
Yeah.
Look, they said that they announced the attendance was 25,000 for that game. No bullshit. There was I barely saw people in the stands. Like there was like maybe 5,000 people there. I mean, I'm sure if you counted all the staff and all the workers and all the people in the city, you might have gotten to 25,000.
All the people in the city.
Not in the stadium. It was just the biggest. That was my favorite news story ever in college football, and for that reason.
Okay, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. Literally, I see maybe 200 people in the end zone. They're all scattered.
Yeah, there's no way at that game. I don't know how they came up with the 25,000 number. It's like last week.
Yeah.
The Miami game announced attendance of 55,000.
There's no way.
Where
Miami never pulls fans.
Were they on the concourse?
Wait, you said wait. Miami played at Virginia Tech last week, didn't they? Not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
No, Duke. They played Duke last week.
Oh yeah, and they lost 27-24. That's so funny.
As like 55,000 or something stupid, and there's nobody there was literally nobody in like the front row.
Yeah,
oh, they lost 45-21. I forgot how bad that was actually.
Yeah, they announced their attendance as 57,000 people, which is 90% full. But I have zero football reason on this, even though I could think of a million football reasons. Just because you're giving a free trial for the rest of your football season, I'm not picking you to win a game. UCLA.
Yeah. UCLA is getting a bounce back win here. They're gonna roll Stanford.
I don't think they really need a. Yeah, well, UCLA. Yeah, it's just they covered. I would say they almost doubled the line, but.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They likely will.
Stanford's just bad.
We played angry after that game in Eugene. So.
Yeah, you might as well just go out and put as much up on Stanford as you can. It's like the people on TikTok or that make those videos. It's like, I need to let off some steam, and then they beat the team like 250-7.
Yeah. All that for a game today. On MLB The Show, they were up like 100-2 in like the 7th inning.
Yeah. I saw one time. It was like, I think the score was like 115-0, and the pitch count was like 350.
So we're all in agreement that UCLA is winning big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of stupid posts on social media, I saw one today that said, if Devin Leary doesn't get injured, and I love when tweets start off like this. If Devin Leary doesn't get injured, we beat Syracuse and game day is in Raleigh November 5th. And I'm like, really? You think they're going to pick game day in Raleigh over fucking number 3 Tennessee at number 1 Georgia? Are you high?
Oh, yeah, dude. NC State Syracuse is a hot game for sure.
I don't think that was going to be the game.
No, the NC State Wake game on November 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, you seriously think they're going to come to Raleigh for NC State Wake when number 3 Tennessee and number 1 Georgia are playing? You're stupid.
Yeah, dude, they already had Tennessee on game day twice this year. Why put them on a third time? Well, you put Wake Forest and NC State on. Come on, man.
The cheapest ticket right now for Tennessee, Georgia is $546.
Oh, it went up $12 because it was $534 last week.
I guess that ticket got bought.
I guess so. Dang, no, I can't go like I said I was going to.
Let's see what the prices are looking like this week.
Kentucky, Tennessee's $251.
Yeah, that's always like that. Tennessee's upcharging like fuck for their games now.
Wake Forest at Louisville is $9.
And I had some NC State Louisville tickets to sell, and I can't. Nobody's buying them.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Gee.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Penn State tickets are so cheap. I'm not sure like what they do, but $71 seems low for that kind of game.
It's a noon game. If it was an evening game, they'd probably be like $200 to $300.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to the Oregon Cal game for $34.
But yeah, I think this week of football is going to be. I think you got your couple good games, but if this is a memorable week, that means somebody got upset pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I guess if there's I'm trying to see who I think would be the biggest. I guess just because Ohio State's playing a ranked team, but like maybe like in terms of like big upset, maybe like. I don't even see one that I think could happen. I guess maybe Kentucky or Tennessee.
Notre Dame, Syracuse.
That's not. I don't really count that. I mean, actually, a good team.
You don't think Kansas State can beat Oklahoma State? Louisville, Wake Forest. There's one.
I mean, I think it could happen if Adrian Martinez plays, but I just don't know
if he's going to play.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if there's a upset that I would want to happen, as much as I shit on it, would be Michigan State over Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be. I would laugh so fucking hard if Michigan State somehow beats Michigan this year with the teams they have. Oh my god! I hope they don't, just because I want Michigan to be 11-0 when Ohio State beats them. But man, it would be so funny. It would be so funny.
Yeah, now that you mentioned, I want good games, and I guess if Ohio State and Michigan went out, that'd probably be better just for like watching games. I don't want Tennessee to lose just because I want that Georgia game.
Yeah. I think I think the upset I want this week is 0-7 Robert Morris over App State. 3:30 ESPN Plus.
There's not worse to describe how happy I would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
He would be elated.
I really do not like App State.
I don't either. I don't like their fans.
I used to like them, like in terms of like teams that like in North Carolina that I hated. UNC always won, and then after that it was like ECU, then Wake Forest, then I guess not. But I didn't really hate App, and I don't really hate Duke, football wise.
Yeah.
Just because like they don't pose a threat. But now like I used to root for App. I know people that went to App, and they're just so fucking annoying now. They're much more fun when they're in the FCS.
Yeah, I went to school with in Greensboro with people who went to App State, and like they were fine when I went to school with them, and now all they post is App State football shit, and it's like, okay, you're just incredibly annoying now. Like that's your entire personality is just App State football. So whenever they lose, I'm like, yes, stop posting it.
It's not even a good personality.
No, it's not. It's just, oh, I go to a school in a liberal ass mountain town.
I hope they fail.
Yeah, upsets I'd love to happen would be Nebraska over Illinois and California over Oregon.
There's no way you just said Cal over Oregon.
Yeah.
I guess it's possible. They only lost by 7 to Washington, but
to be fair, he said ones that he would like to happen.
True.
Yeah.
Washington is pretty mid as a team, so I'm not surprised Cal hung with them. Am I right?
Shut the fuck up. We didn't do anything there.
Oh, I could see Iowa State over Oklahoma, but I don't think that's much of an upset because Oklahoma's only a 1.5 favorite.
Yeah, I don't think that should be upset either way. It should just be that's an even matchup.
Auburn over Arkansas. Auburn getting a win this year. That'd be an upset.
How are you still?
That would be tragic.
Auburn.
He's finding a way to bring up Auburn, huh? Not a fan.
Look, my job rides on Auburn's success. If Auburn is not successful, I cannot get hours at my job.
Too damn bad.
That sucks. I'm praying on your downfall, dude.
Hey, don't joke about that. Last time somebody said that your team lost.
To whomever it may concern, I have prayed on your downfall.
Yeah.
Guess what, though, Joey? Both are on bye this week, though.
Here you go. You're screwed. There you go.
I'm donezo.
It's over.
I think Iowa Northwestern ends in like a 3-0 shootout. I think there's going to be a real defensive struggle there. Iowa is an 11-point favorite. They've not scored 11 all year.
Did you say shootout?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's right.
A real offensive performance.
I mean, shootout would be right. It's just the fans shooting themselves.
I give the kids in the hospital guns.
Jesus Christ. This is 2 weeks in a row you have mentioned these kids in the hospital.
What do you have against these kids in the hospital, Joey?
Nothing. I'm all for the kids in the hospital, but they deserve a better fan base.
He mentioned it. I didn't even notice that he mentioned it last week, and I rewatched like some of the podcasts. And he said something absolutely so unnecessary about those kids. And Cam just goes, Jesus Christ.
I don't even remember what it was. I just remember like the response. I was like, bro, what?
It was so unnecessary too.
I forgot what it was, but it was something along the lines of
Don't repeat yourself, my guy. We don't need to hear that. Who's about to double down?
I mean, if I said it, I must think it, so I'm sorry. I'm wrong on their score, by the way. They've scored 14 this year. That's the most they've scored, and it was against Michigan. And their 27-14 loss.
Seems like Michigan's defense is bad? Question mark.
Yeah, Michigan bad defense.
Although those 14 points, did they come from the defense or the offense? I'm assuming defense.
I would assume defense too, but I don't know. I'm not looking into it. I don't care enough.
Yeah, same. Big Ten fan.
Oh, but their coach Kirk, I remember his last name, Ferentz. He's on the hot seat as of, I guess, this week. I don't know.
Which one?
Iowa's head coach,
Which one?
Kirk.
There's multiples. I'm saying both of them should be on the hot seat because they're both ass.
Well, are they both head coaches?
You know what I mean. They both should be gone.
God, who else is on here? Mario Cristobal is still on here. Yeah, what a surprise.
Yeah.
1 year in at
Remember-
Miami, he's on the hot seat, huh? I guess Jim McElwain is new to this, on the hot seat. I don't know. A lot of it changed because Scott Satterfield dropped off. He's now just cooled down, him and Greg Schiano. And then now you've got Elia Drinkowitz. No, he's been there. Drinkowitz has been there too. But Jim McElwain is there. I guess he's the only real new one. Everyone else has just kind of shifted around.
Yeah, Mel Tucker.
Yeah. Mel Tucker, he looks like he's lower than where he was. He's cooler than where he was. Despite not. I don't know. No, he's not. He's exactly where he's been. I don't know. But David Shaw's cooled down. Venables is cooled down. Butch Jones is hotter. Navy's head coach, I'll butcher his last name, is hotter. Fisher's hotter. And Pat Fitzgerald is hotter.
Gay.
Yeah. But I guess Joe Moorhead is where he was. I didn't see him last week. But I guess he's been there. Anything else? Let's see.
Actually, I do have. I have an interesting fact.
Yes.
Well, maybe not fact, but an interesting thing to put out there. There is a possibility that happens that the Big Ten West could end in a 7-way tie.
No way.
Yep, a legit possibility, and the results are you could see it happen. There's nothing outrageous with it.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. It probably won't be accepted, but I think that if there's a 7-way tie, Ohio State needs to play all 7 teams in the same day to get that tie.
I agree.
That's just
whoever loses by the least gets to win the Big Ten West.
An 8-team jamboree. Yeah, whoever.
Sure, has his 31st touchdown of the day.
CJ Stroud with his 18th touchdown pass in game 2.
What a concept.
Would be really interesting.
They just play 7-on-7 for.
Yeah.
I wonder how many touchdown catches Marvin Harrison would get in that time frame.
Man, see who gets to lose to Ohio State.
But it's interesting because in that scenario, the 7-way tie, I don't know how many tiebreakers it goes through, but when it goes through the tiebreakers, guess what team would go to the championship?
Nebraska.
Nope.
Iowa.
4-8 Northwestern.
No way.
There is a chance that a 4-8 team.
Fitzgerald saves his job and beats Ohio State in the championship.
Imagine. Run a 5-8 team in a fucking BCS bowl game, or or a fucking New Year's Six bowl game.
Remember, Cam mentioned when we started back this season that he's just glad Northwestern's bad so that Northwestern can't win the West again.
Yeah.
And then Northwestern comes out of the West.
Now that it's talked about, I want to see 5-8 Northwestern.
Now we need that to happen, yeah.
In a New Year's Six bowl. I need it. I need it like the oxygen I breathe.
You need it more than your wife.
That was a little extra.
That's hilarious. I can't believe that's possible.
All these division clinching scenarios that never play. It's fun to talk about.
All right. Who is y'all's? I guess we talked about upsets. But if you had to pick a team to upset another team, what team would you pick to upset this week?
UCF.
That we want or that we think will happen?
That you think will happen?
Yeah, UCF.
I'd probably say Oklahoma State. Getting upset by Kansas State.
Kansas
We're not
State's fake.
counting that, are we? Yeah.
Oh, then Oklahoma State upsetting? Yeah, no.
Oh, fuck. I forgot their favorite.
You're gonna hate me.
You picking Notre Dame?
No, not my life, dude. There are two I'm looking at that I think could happen. One I know sounds ridiculous. Well, one I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for. The other one would just be kind of, I don't know. It may not even be that outlandish. But I'm gonna. I don't know. Jeez.
Fucking say it! Holy fuck!
I'm trying to think about which one I'm gonna pick, but I guess I'll take Auburn over Arkansas.
Shut the fuck up!
There it is. The other one I was gonna say was West Virginia over TCU.
Unfucking believable.
Wow, wrong on both upset picks. That's crazy.
That's why they're upset picks. You could be wrong too, and you chose the team in the picks. I picked the same team you picked.
Yeah, if you put 2 up, I'm putting 2 up too. I think Nebraska's reasonable.
I don't know. One that I could really see happening, like legitimately though, is probably Louisville over Wake Forest.
I hope your power goes out.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to the final play of the game, and your power goes out, and you won't know what happened.
I watch on my phone. I don't watch through internet.
Yeah. Okay. No, hold on. I want to bring this up real quick.
I wouldn't.
Me and Joey were in voice chat talking, and he was like, "Oh, I'm watching illegally." I'm like, "Just buy a Fubo subscription or a Sling TV subscription. It's like $25." And he goes, "No, that's money. I'm not spending it." All right. Next day, we're in chat again.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'm gonna buy tickets to the Georgia-Tennessee game." I was like, "They're $500." He goes, "Yeah, okay, and."
Priority.
What?
Find the money. It's $534. Yeah, that's nothing.
Fuck you.
You call me fake.
I hope whenever Notre Dame and Virginia Tech meet again, I hope they fucking piss down your leg.
I hope they don't.
I'm almost willing to want Virginia Tech and Notre Dame to be in the national championship just so Notre Dame wins. Just ruin your entire life.
I would honestly, I'd be happy that Virginia Tech makes it to the Natty, but I would be distraught and a little suicidal if Notre Dame made it.
And not as distraught if Auburn did.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
So, who would you root for if Virginia Tech and Auburn were in the national championship?
Virginia Tech, and it's not even close.
But I thought you needed that job.
Well, if they make the national championship, I'd be pretty set, huh?
The whole store shuts down if they lose. Does the
That's fine. I'll find another job.
I think you can fuck you.
And did Levi and Cam want to do upset picks, or are we moving on?
Levi said UCF.
Oh yeah, true.
Cam muted himself. I guess Cam's out. I know
Cam
he can
said
hear
that.
it.
Cam said his upset pick was Penn State.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably true, actually.
Yeah, Cam picked his upset to be Ohio State losing.
Yeah, that's not what I said at all, actually.
Who was your upset pick?
That's what I heard.
Cam, who was it?
Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, over
Nice.
Illinois.
Yeah.
I could see it, honestly.
Yeah. I went to 2 picks and picked Nebraska and UCF. So
Fuck it, I'll say fucking. Who's Ole Miss? The Texas A&M. Texas A&M was on a second.
yeah.
I could see that too. All right. I guess that takes care of it for this week, huh? Picks, Heisman update. Will Healy got fired. Did our upset picks. Talked about other games. I got exposed from me and Levi's private chat. All right. Well, that's it. And we appreciate you all for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Watching.